if you're doing this, I'm going to show you how to do two. Well, I'll show you how to do one, the fold once, and you will, of course, it's on the recording. And if you go to Layla's um, YouTube, you'll find it there too. But I already have one made, and I'm going to make another one. Yeah, then I'll show you kind of how it's made. And at least you have the information on how to make it. Then you have to make several to get this. You have to make at least, I believe, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units to make this size. So that's just, do you want to make a bigger size or you make more units? So this piece, the way you want to fold it, is you want to make thirds out of this. So there's different ways to do thirds. I kind of eyeball it. I'm terrible, but I look at, I sort of divide this. You want thirds. Some people do the S thing where they take the an S, like they do this, and they just kind of, and I never had luck with that. I'm clumsy with that, but that's one way to divide your paper. Other people, you can take it mathematically, take your 15 centimeters, right? So you've got 7.5. Anyway, you could figure out your size. So it would be probably 5 centimeters, probably, maybe not. I don't know, 15. I don't know. But anyway, what I do is I do this. I just kind of, I do a soft fold. I don't make a real hard fold. I do sort of a soft fold, and then I kind of adjust it if I think I need to. And then I'm going to, we'll fold it over. And as long as I don't crimp the side, that looks like I have to move it over to the left a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do a soft fold. And then I'm just going to fold that over to this edge, as long as it doesn't fight me. There we go. And that's fine. Now I'm going to make that a hard fold. So I just made 3. Now that's kind of how, that's not the most scientific way, but that's kind of how I do it. But that you can, however you want to do thirds, you want to fold it in thirds like this. Okay. So if you want to, and you're doing several, just keep one as a template. And you can take your other piece. So I'll just say I'm going to grab another piece, and you can take that other piece and just kind of, you can see where you need to fold it by just, whoops, putting that. Sometimes I'm like, there we go. You can actually just create maybe a mark. You can do a little mark with a pencil, however you want to do it. But I'm like, this is how I just kind of wing it, and it works for me. But there's other ways, I know. I find that there's so many ways to do the different folds, and people adopt their own. They're in their own thing, whatever works for you. And I'm just going to make sure that's an even across. It's evenly across. And I'm going to fold. There we go. So it's in thirds. I feel it. I don't feel any. And then I always check to make sure that that edge goes up to that. And if it doesn't, I kind of move it, smudge it just a little. And now it's good. Because you want that to be perfectly in thirds to make a really nice little unit. So here's the next step. Is you take your paper and you fold it up in half like so. And you want to do this. So this paper, the outside is going to be with the pattern. Okay, so I'm going to do this one just to show you the difference. If I put the pattern inside, it'll be a totally different look. So I want you to know you have control over that. Okay. All right, so this is the fun part. After you've done the thirds, it can be a little kind of intimidating. So now it's easy. So now I'm just going to take these little sides and I'm going to just kind of reinforce the fold. Okay. I'm going to do this on both here. Just reinforcing that fold to be a valley for now. These are valleys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, going to pick this up, this kind of layer here. And what I'm doing is I'm pivoting it, right? And I'm going to take this part here. I'm hoping you can see this okay. I'm going to just take that and I'm going to make a point right there, that point. And once I found that point, I get to flatten it. So you can see what I did was I just laid it down, flattened it, but I started the fold right up here to make that sharp up here. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to open it up like I'm going to flatten it, as if I was going to flatten it straight down, but I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm just pivoting it, and I'm just going to make that point. Then I flatten it. So it's kind of offset squash fold, right? So there it is, like this. Now I'm going to flip it over, and now I have these two flaps here. I'm going to take the same, I'm going to do a similar move, but I'm going to just do the same thing, but I'm taking it and I'm pivoting it, and I'm just going to bring that to that point and flatten. Opening it up, make a squish fold as if you're going to flatten it straight down, but you're not, you're pivoting it with that point being, you want that to sharp point before you make the, before you commit, and then flatten, like so. That's that. Now the next step is you're going to take the top, these little flaps, these are flaps, right? You're going to take these, you're going to fold them right at this intersection, right where these point, right where these little edges meet. Okay, so that's about an inch, I guess. Let's see. Not quite. It's 3/4 of an inch, about. But you want to just bring it down. You kind of, just make that fold. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just match what was on the other side. Okay, like so. And now the last step is to take these corners and just fold them as far as you can to the inside. Leave these little flaps to that inside. You can feel that edge, that folded edge. It's got to be, you want to get that as sharp as you can. In fact, I don't think I got this one even. This might not look as good as I thought. Here we go. Okay. And then the last step on this. So this is you're almost ready. You're going to open it up and you're going to push in. In fact, I think this is on my channel too. Push this in, reverse that fold so that it goes inward. Okay, so like goes like this. And then you push this to go in. Push it down inside. And now that is one of the units. You see that? And that's how you make the pocket. And then when you attach them, since I have a second one, you're going to attach it. So you hold one upside down, one right side up. So it's like this. And you're going to just take those little pockets. And you've got these little places you can kind of insert those pockets in. I'm going to be all thumbs today. And you just do that, insert it, and there it's in there. You see how it just slides and it matches that. And then this side gets inserted in this one, in the bottom one. Whoops, you want to go this way. I went on this side. You want to do what's closest, the pocket closest to you. So there we go. And it can be a little fun, tricky, but you just make a whole bunch of these. And for then you'll have yourself a beautiful accordion pocket container thing. And I don't even know what the name of this model is. Somebody might know. Tell in the comments, please write it down. Tell us. And I believe it was a Wate, oh boy. I'm not going to try. I'm just full of my words are not there. So, but you see how that worked? We got 1, 2. This one, if I do this one real quickly, I'll show you how that, if you do 3, you'll at least get two pockets. So I'm going to just do the little collapse point thing. This is how fast it can go once you get the hang of it. You just kind of do it like this, turn it over, fold that back over so that you keep that nice sharp fold on the sides, which I didn't show you before. You just make that little corner fold, make this little corner fold, and then fold these little flaps down. And again, flaps down. It almost looks like a little basket right now, doesn't it? And then I'm just going to fold those little bits in, those little side parts, all the way to the center as far as I can. You want to get that sharp point as sharp as possible. And I'm opening it up and I'm going to just push that in and push this side in. So that's how quickly you can make them once you get the hang of it. And then I'm going to just attach this so you can see how cool this looks when you do. Here, I'll do this side. There we go, upside down. So you want to do it this way. See how I have it like so. And I'm just going to slide that in. And what I usually do is I put a little glue, because if you don't glue a little bit, they'll want to slip apart. And that's no fun when you put it together. So I just add a little bit of glue to add right after I've attached it. Like right now, I'll put a little glue there. And then this little bit right here, it's the closest one to it. And then sometimes you just have to kind of bend the paper. And this paper is so sturdy that it kind of is lovely paper, if I might say so myself. It's just the quality. I mean, it could be any artwork on it, but the quality is phenomenal. It's just good stuff. We have a really good source for our paper in Japan, and it's way better than, there we go. Way better than a lot of the paper you would find. Oops, I did not attach that. But you see what I mean? Now that one's done. Now I want to get to the fun one. Make sure this is done before I move on. Get that in there. Come on in there. Oh, goodness. All right. That's good enough. And then what you do, put the glue in and then leave it. But there, it's so cute. Just the three, it's really cute. So that's really cool. Yay, you can put like salt and pepper in here if you want, right?